Hello and welcome to another mystery beer review on the Lagerlogs YouTube channel. It is me, Solo Stu, tonight. Tom is taking a loss thanks to a migraine. Hope you feel better soon. But tonight, our special guest is Sarah, aka Girl Drinks Guinness.
Hello.
Welcome.
Hello. Hi.
So yes, this is a very exciting opportunity to get a chance to speak with you and send you beer. And it's been a long time coming.
It's been in my fridge for a while.
Yes, to the point I panicked, thinking I'd actually send you out of date beer, but no, my tin was just dirty. So I thought, no, we can't have been trying to organise this for so long. The beer is now out of date. It's like, that's embarrassing. But I think, what's it, 3-4 months we've got here. It might just be 2/3 of the group, but we're here.
We're here. That's it.
Let's drink the beer. So I am going to, this is the hard part for me because I have to do everything off camera, but I am trained through like Instagram and YouTube to hold the beer up and open in front of you, but that just gives away the game. So you could show them the tin I sent you. It's a lovely white tin.
Yep. Don't know nothing. It's just very cold.
Yes. Which is ironic for what's got printed on the tin.
Oh,
but it's 7%.
Okay.
So that's, there you go. That's just so you know what you're getting yourself into.
Okay.
But yeah, let's open this beer and get poured into a glass and see what you think.
Okay. Right. Well, it's dark or darkish.
It is definitely a dark beer. So yeah, I mean, it's almost pitch black. You can kind of see through the bottom slightly.
Yeah.
But it's kind of got like that nice dark brown foamy head on it.
One thing I do know, it's not Guinness.
No, that would, I don't know if that would just be really lazy if I'd invite you on, and then because if anyone would know it as a Guinness, you would know if it was a Guinness being poured in front of you. So no, we could confirm there's no red herrings.
It doesn't have a huge strong smell.
No, there's a smell. There's definitely maybe like a spicy smell.
It smells like something.
So we might just have to go for the old taste test.
Yeah.
So cheers.
Cheers. I quite like that.
Yeah, it's kind of got I'm not. Yeah, kind of like that dark chocolate bitter aftertaste.
And it looks like it's going to be fizzier than what it is, if that makes sense.
Yeah, there is definitely some carbonation, but it's not crazy. Like,
No.
I've seen some stouts where I think it's maybe, how Wild Beer done Millionaire, and it was kind of like a caramel or salted caramel stout, and that's quite like a thin stout. You could actually kind of see not through it. Aye, but the carbonation was really kicking off on some of those milk stouts, but this one, it's definitely.
I've not tried it before. Like a lot of the stouts that I try or porters that I try are all flavoured. I always sent like flavoured ones.
Yeah, I do quite like a variety of stouts. So when it is sort of like a crazy combination, where it's sometimes described as like a pastry stout, I usually get a little bit worried because that does sound quite out the box but there's also part of me is like, I wonder if that'd be good though.
Yeah.
So,
Is it going to taste like a croissant? Yeah.
oh, I know. Imagine. That would probably be the only time my children would want to try beer. Not that I would let them. They would no chance. But the last stout that I tried that was really, really nice was in the Fierce Bar in Edinburgh.
Nice. Mm-hmm.
One of their New Zealand collaboration beers called Hokey Pokey, which was, I think, a 7.5 honey stout.
Okay.
And oh, it
Good.
was lush. It was really just kind of like just a really nice, warm drinking stout that you got the honey flavors. It was nice and sweet, and it was just part of like a beer flight. So because that's what you do when you get a beer flight, you try all the stuff you wouldn't dare get a pint of. It's
No.
like, yeah, a wee sample, please.
Oh, absolutely. I do like
no.
Fierce. Fierce is nice.
Mm-hmm. And it is that's my second time there, and it's like, right, I've tried and do all these little pub crawls in Edinburgh, but I would probably happily spend a night just sat in there.
Yeah.
Just right, I'll try another one for the board. I think there's 20 beers. Like, let's go for it. So, but this is nice. It is a
toffee as well, like burnt toffee.
Oh, toffee.
Mm-hmm. Smells like it tastes like my mum's attempt at making toffee.
Because that's it. When people always talk about like a burnt toffee, there's also like that comparison of like treacle.
Yeah.
But maybe to be honest, I can't remember what treacle tastes like. I think if I did, it would pull my fillings out.
It tastes like something I've tried though, and I don't know what it is. I can't think. I try a lot of stouts, so.
Now, I'm going to put that down there now because we've got to our Q&A part of the Mystery Beer Review. So, Sarah, go and tell us how did your beer journey start? What kind of led you to beer?
It led me to beer. I think growing up in Glasgow, there's been a very big drinking culture. You go out, you have a good time, you drink, you try lots of different drinks. Beer is something that's always been an easy drink. You just go, you lift it out of the fridge, you take it, you drink it, you go. And yes. I think it was more convenience than anything. But then the first time I tried Guinness, that was it. It was all over.
It was something else.
Yeah, that was it. I was just like, oh my god, like why does this taste like this?
Yeah, because it is that thing. Like I've noticed it as well. Like when living with my parents, and it would either be sort of like there would be like Tennent's and there would be Guinness. There's this very distinctive, maybe two types of beer you could find in like Scottish households. Possibly, it's either going to be one or the other, and it's always a mystery because Guinness looks absolutely nothing like a pint of Tennent's.
No,
but it's still kind of classed as beer. But there's just something about it. It's just like this. Like that's when you see a Guinness poured. That looks to me that was an intimidating drink. It's like, God, look at it. Like bloody hell. It's like no, that looks
quite
like
iconic.
Yeah, and that's it, especially with like the television adverts and the marketing campaigns.
Yeah.
Like when you go to the cinema, and it was like that one where they're surfing in the wave, and then it just cuts it, and it's just like a pint settling.
Yeah, that's
and
the
it's like, and it is like, man, it is you nailed it. It is an iconic brand and drink.
Mm-hmm.
So at what point did Guinness show up? Was that
about 19 years ago? A long time ago. And I've just been drinking it ever since. Don't get me wrong, I do drink other things, but Guinness,
yeah, of course,
it's my go-to thing.
Aye.
If I'm out, I will always have at least, I say one Guinness, but it's usually 1 or 6 Guinness.
Oh well, that's it. It just depends how well Well,
It depends where I am.
yes, and that's kind of what like the brilliance behind like your Instagram is. It's purely just your journey with Guinness, one pub at a time.
Yeah.
And I was going to say up and down the United Kingdom, but you've actually kind of surpassed that now. You're off in other countries trying Guinness.
Yeah.
And
Trying to.
yeah, and it's impressive. Whilst you look like at a glance, it might just look like, yes, it's dozens of tiles of the same pint on a pub table somewhere, but it's the story in the posts which like becomes fascinating, and the scores.
So everything's different. Everything is going to be different each time, and that's what's good about it.
Mm-hmm. And it is clever. It's definitely the fact that you're not. It's not the bar you're reviewing. It's the pint they poured you.
Yep.
So, and I can imagine you probably have gotten. Well, hopefully you haven't gotten grief before from establishments saying, "How dare you come in here?"
Not very often. Sometimes.
Mm-hmm. And hopefully not to the point where you've went into a bar and they're like, "No, not you, out! No. I remember you."
Not yet.
Oh, that's good. But when looking at it, it gave me the impression when I first looked at your profile, I assumed this was like your job. This
no.
You travel up and down the country trying Guinness, and then I realised, wait, you don't actually work for Guinness.
No.
Like, I just assumed this was like just someone for their marketing teams got the best job ever.
That'd be a dream. No, unfortunately not. I just fit it into my spare time.
God, and that's it's the traveling is the most impressive part.
Yeah.
Like, whilst I don't want to ask you what your occupation is, but it must allow for a decent amount of travel.
It does, not at this time of year.
Right.
But yeah, I just get the normal amount of holidays. It's how I do my holidays, though. I don't tend to just go one place.
Yeah.
I will maybe go 5-6 countries at a time.
Ah, brilliant.
A day or two in each place, but I like to see other places.
Yeah, and that's more than enough time to visit a few pubs.
Absolutely.
And see if they could do a cracking pint of Guinness or not.
Yeah.
So, and on your Instagram profile, it mentions, like, were you doing this as frequent prior to 2020, or is it when you decided to start putting this on Instagram that it really took off and you decided, right, I'm going to sort of map out these places?
I sat in a pub one night and thought, like, it would be quite funny. I'll stick it up on Instagram. I'll make a new one, see if anybody likes it.
Aye.
And I genuinely thought, I'm quite an impulsive person, so I'll start something and it'll lie there for months and I'll never do anything with it again. And that's what this would become. And the more posts I put up, the more people liked it. The more people interacted, and I just thought, it's
encouraging.
Yeah, I'll just keep going. And now I don't think I'll ever be able to stop. So I don't think I'd be allowed to stop.
Yeah, that's it. You'd be getting messages. Like, people be worried. Like, you might be used as some sort of guru or a guide to finding like the perfect pint of Guinness.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be going to Glasgow this weekend with Tom, hopefully. And like, if I fancy a Guinness, I'm gonna have to like send you a quick message saying, right, guide me. Like, where do I go or where do I avoid?
Yeah.
So
no, absolutely.
So that's a good like kind of reference for people if they want to find like a really quality drink. But obviously, when starting Instagram, and your Instagram is put together really well. So what has been some of like the highs and lows of your time with Instagram?
I think the highs have just been the amount of encouragement you get from like the beer community in general. Like, everybody's so encouraging, even people who don't drink Guinness. Like, they're always like go try it, or try this place, or if you like Guinness, try this stout, or it's always really nice. Low points though is probably, apart from like killing off my liver, it's finding the time, and then maybe occasionally you get trolled, right? But you take that.
That's the internet. Yeah,
you've got to have a thick skin if you put yourself out there. So I wouldn't say it's a low point, but when you see people like doing that to other people's accounts, and you know how to take it. And
Yeah.
it's trying to like help people. Like, how could you stop that happening to them? And that's the only bit of it I don't like. I don't like watching other people getting trolled, and I see it.
Aye. And that's it. It all just comes down to whether if you have a thick skin or whether if because they're there for you to take the bait.
Yeah.
They're there to try and get a rise out of you. And you can reply back with a clever comment, but it could just escalate and it gets ugly, and then you overthink it and it spoils your evening.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had feedback on a YouTube video where they've said Tom looks like a thumb, and it's just it made my weekend, but it ruined his. So that, or we look like the bad guys for Home Alone. So
I'd take that as a trolling. Like, that's not a bad thing.
Yeah, it's definitely an observation. Like, they've clearly looking at me like the Joe Pesci, but but yeah, I think that's what comes with Instagram and with attention, because I think I got introduced to your Instagram profile. I'm not sure if it was through like how each town kind of has like an online tabloid, and I think there was like some sort of Facebook. Let's just say it was called Edinburgh Live, and it was to do about like a review you did in a bar that went viral.
Yep.
I'm not sure how often this happens to you, or you know exactly which bar I'm.
Well, I know which one you mean. Yeah.
Yeah. So and yeah, it just seemed to have kicked off enough for someone to think, right, I could spin this into an article to meet my quota. And that's, you look at it, it's like, this person's just sewing together a bunch of tweets or Instagram messages.
That's it.
And this is journalism.
Yeah.
But it grows arms and legs, it gets shares, it goes on, and then you probably get like a whole wave of attention whether you want it or not.
Yeah. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad. Like, I'll take the press. You know, that's fine. They can do what they want with it.
And when those sort of types of situations happen, do you see anything like your Instagram? Does it suddenly like follows jump up because of things like this, or do people suddenly drop off your profile? Have you ever seen any big changes like that?
Have anytime I'm mentioned anywhere, or a pub shares, like a big pub have shared something that I've done,
Right.
Yeah, my followers go up and up and up and up and up. I don't really have like I've never had a drop off, apart from the generic things that you get. But I've never had a big drop off. Not yet.
Aye.
Not yet.
But through all that, surely Guinness has reached out to you. Have they?
Yes, they have.
They have. Okay,
Yeah.
good. Because I feel like if I was like part of Guinness's marketing, looking like this person's got an account dedicated to us, she's traveling up and down the country trying our product, like, we have to speak to this person. So how soon into kind of starting your Instagram, where like Instagram sliding into your DMs going, hello?
To be honest, it didn't really happen until I went over to Ireland. It didn't really happen like from Guinness. But I met like guys that worked for Guinness when I was over there, and they were like, "Oh my god, your girl drinks Guinness," and I'm standing there like, "Oh my lord." Yeah. So I'm not a big fan of the attention, just because of the person I am. But
yeah,
you get used to it. You just think, ugh. I was in a pub in Belfast last week, and somebody asked if they could take a picture with me, and I'm like, me? What? I've never wanted to run to the toilet so quick in my life.
Oh, that's great. That just kind of shows like the reach that your profile has and how many people are kind of into it. So if this is what it's like now, imagine in a year's time.
Yep.
You're going to be there with like a cap on, sunglasses, getting someone else to order the drink for you.
Absolutely.
Sliding it over.
Wait.
Yeah, it's the lassie wearing the Guinness cap over there. Like, how did they know? But okay, last question, because it's really all about the beer. what's your goals for 2023? Since we're in January, it's still New Year's. Do you have sort of Guinness related goals for the year? Do you have like? I imagine you've probably got a shopping list of bars to visit still.
Yes, I do. I want to expand my Europe side of Guinness to see how well, basically to see people can pour it better than they can pour in Scotland. Maybe teach people in Scotland a few things. But maybe get my YouTube channel up and running properly.
Oh.
Just with my reviews and just maybe do some different things. I've got some different ideas for videos. I want to see if it's going to come together. But it's just planning that and seeing how I can fit that into, working everyday life.
Yeah, of course. That's it. That's what comes when there's people like us that are really infatuated with beer and want to kind of share it. Yeah. And then you also have to juggle that with life, with people getting sick. Because I think all three of us have been sick on different occasions when it comes to recording this beer review. So yeah, I totally understand, and I'm excited to hear about the YouTube channel. I never noticed that there was one before. I
do have one, but I've only used it for maybe one or two things, but not properly.
Yeah.
But I have everything I need to make it run. I just need to find the content, need to make the content, and think of something different that people do already.
Yes, that was a thing where me and Tom, I think, kind of found our niche in the sense of, yes, there is sort of the beer tube community, but it's a lot of solo, whereas me and Tom kind of work as a duo. So there's this, well, everything is me and him, or at least there's always us and someone else doing something.
Yeah.
As I was like Stuart, this is the first example of where it's not you and Tom, but. So yeah, that's why we've done things like mystery beer reviews. I'm sure people do lots of them, but it's a great way to kind of invite people in.
Yeah.
Just because we don't reveal it in the show title, we will give kind of like an idea, some capital letters. Like I've fed people Guinness before, not Guinness, Tennent's. I said Tennent's to a couple people in England, and just never told them what it was, and they were convinced it was Madry. So it's things like that where it's like, yes, please think it's that. So I just get extra cheesy as I reveal what you've been drinking. But yeah, it's always like, right, you can't just be doing beer reviews, because we all do beer reviews and it's the easiest thing to do. But I do like coming up with little game shows or little guessing games that involves beer. So yes, this is surprisingly easy to drink. There's like no alcohol burn.
Yeah, some stouts can be quite heavy.
Aye. This one doesn't quite taste like a Christmas pudding. I think we've had a lot of that in December. Those Christmas beers. Yeah. There's dark beer, and it's like, okay, I could taste the raisin and sultanas, but this is a nice change.
I could quite happily drink that.
Now, should we reveal the beer? Would you like to know what it is you're drinking?
I would like to know.
Okay.
Because I'd never been this, so.
Yeah. It's not Madry.
So well, damn it.
I know, I didn't want to embarrass anyone, but I just thought I'll say that now. There's a theme. These are always Scottish beers because we're in Scotland. This is what I could find in my shops. So 9 times out of 10, it's always going to be a Scottish beer. And this one, I believe, is from Dundee. It is 71 Brewing's. Focus. It is a Baltic porter.
Baltic porter. Okay, I've not tried that.
Yeah.
I have to, but yeah.
So I think, what's it? Frontal Skies.
Nice.
Rich and complex dark Baltic porter, heaps of caramel and toffee notes, rounded by hints of dried fruit from the smooth dark lager fermented porter.
So I'll definitely buy more of that. I like it.
Yeah, I think this might have been from your maybe October Lidl or Aldi craft beer festival.
Oh,
How they
to the
it's
Scottish
about
Beer.
twice a year. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly, the Scottish Beer Festival. So, yep, that was one of the several beers that 71 Brewing put out. Uh, Guys that I really want to go see this year because I hear they have a great tap room in Dundee.
Oh, okay. Not Dundee. That could be could do a Guinness and a
Oh,
simple brew.
definitely. And that's I was even reading before we started recording that they're opening their own bottle shop called Discovery Beers
Oh, nice.
uh,
Okay.
very soon, I think in February. So I feel like there's a lot more reason to visit Dundee to check
Absolutely.
out their beer. So
Absolutely. Dundee is on my
so
list. So yeah,
awesome. I'll be looking forward to where I could find a good Guinness.
absolutely.
So Sarah, that is it. I've bothered you. I've asked you all the questions. We've drank the beer and we've figured out which one it is. So feel free to share your social media. But I feel like everyone's going to know this already.
Yeah.
It's the easiest name to remember.
Yep. Gerald_drinks_Guinness. You will find me. I am right there.
Yes, it's the one that has lots of Guinnesses
Yeah.
on their profile. And we'll leave links for everything in the description for this post. Sarah, thank you for your time and
You're
thank you
welcome.
for being so patient
Oh,
with
you're
us in
welcome.
planning this. So,
It's worth
and
the wait.
exactly. And to the people that have watched this video, cheers.
Cheers.